Once you've created your slideshow, you're probably going to want to add some transitions and animations to make it interesting. Remember what I said about the different principles about how people think don't overload people too much with too much animation. That will overwhelm them. But here's some tips for how to add animation and transitions so that you're not totally, it's not totally boring for your viewer. So let's start with transitions from slide to slide. So you're going to go to the transitions menu and you can add different effects for how your slide is going to change. I tend to like things like fade because it's not too overwhelming. So I tend to like fade. If I play this for you, you'll see that it faded in. If I apply it to the next slide, and I play the slideshow for you, you'll see that it fades, and then it'll fade to the next slide. I think that's just a nice gentle effect to use. So that's one of my favorites. Feel free to put different ones in. Just remember that too much stimulation is not so good. Okay, so let's talk about animation. And also, again, animation should be absolutely, very careful with how you animate. So animation, say maybe I want to have my text fly in or do something. I'm going to use entrance effects to have that happen. So entrance effects, maybe something like appear wouldn't be a bad option. You'll notice that I put a number 1 by it. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then I maybe want this to also show up somehow. I'm going to say, let's have it dissolve in. That's a nice gentle effect. And you'll notice that that now has number 2. So what we can do here is go into effect options, and we can decide how we want things to come in as one object, maybe all at once. You can have one word, one letter, one paragraph. It's up to you. I tend to, again, caution you against some of those things. And then you can see the order that these are coming in. If we wanted something to become bolder, we can use emphasis effects to make something appear bolder. And we can use exit effects if we want it to go away. After we've shown it, it can go away. In this case, I don't want to do either of those two things. I just want it to come in and stay there. So that's all that's going to happen here. All right, so then if I were to play this, you're going to see that it's going to fade in. And then my text is going to come in on a tap. And then that's my second set of text will come in on a tap.